First, select your tools and materials. So I'm going to start this slab by just starting to squeeze it out with my hands first. And then once I have a relatively flat shape, then I can move in with my rolling pin. I am just applying light pressure, and then I'm going to pick my slab up and rotate it to keep it from sticking, and then continue with light pressure with the rolling pin. Periodically, I'm just picking it up and flipping directions to keep it from sticking to the rolling pin or the mat. Once I have my slab rolled out, I can cut out a rectangle shape. And then with that rectangle shape, I can start to curl it up into a cylinder. And then it is time to score the edges of my slab. Anytime you are joining two pieces of clay together, it is imperative that you score the two pieces of clay. This scoring kind of acts like Velcro to keep the two pieces of clay together. Whenever I score two pieces of clay, I also slip two pieces of clay together, which is just wetting them down with wet clay or water, and that kind of acts like the glue that keeps the two pieces of clay together. So here I am again scoring the base and then scoring the cylinder and then slipping them with my sponge and then joining them together. From there, I can just make sure everything is joined together nicely, and I can clean all the imperfections up until it's ready to be fired. When your piece is ready to be fired, please write your name and class on the bottom. Then you can take it into the kiln room and put it on the shelf to dry. If you find that your clay is drying out while you're working, you can just spritz it with a little water and then squish it around in your hands until it is all reincorporated and has become soft again. So I always like to start my coils by just getting the clay generally into a coil shape by smushing it with my hands, and then I place it on the table and start rolling the coil out with my hands. Notice that I am moving my hands from the center of the coil out to the edges until it is nice and thin. Then I'm going to take my time to score and slip both the top and the bottom of my coil. From there, I can just move the coils into a circle and start stacking them on top of each other and pressing them together firmly as I go. And that's the beginning of my coil pot. Another simple building technique is called pinch pots. And so I like to start my pinch pot with a ball of clay, and then I stick my thumb down in the center of that ball of clay and then pinch and rotate until I have a nice, even, thin bowl shape. Then I can take my time to smooth the edges out and make it look really nice. Or then I can choose to make another pinch pot of the same size and then use those to join together to create a hollow form. Always remember to score and slip whenever you're joining two pieces of clay together. From there, I can press the edges of my 2 pinch pots together and press them together firmly, and then I can take my time kind of smoothing things out and joining those seams together so you can't see them anymore. With these hollow forms, it's really important to remember to poke a hole with your needle tool somewhere in the form so it doesn't blow up in the kiln. If you didn't finish your project in one class period, you can get a plastic baggie and put your artwork inside and then seal it up tight so it doesn't dry out, and then it will be safe for you for your next class. Make sure to store it on the correct class shelf. Clay can be really messy, so make sure that you leave yourself enough time to clean up your mess properly. Grab all of your tools and take them over to the sink. I like to get some soap on the sponge that I was using and then use that to wash all my tools in soapy water. Then I can rinse all of my tools until they are completely clean. Then put all of the tools back in their proper places. Sweep any clay crumbs into your hand and throw them in the garbage. Then take a moment to sponge your table down with a damp sponge. Take a final sweep of the clay center, make sure the clay tub is closed tight and that there's nothing else that can be cleaned up. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.